What can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
Here it is.
I want to make sure you win.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Show you the money. Show me the money. Show me the money!
Good morning, everybody, and God bless Ray Bones on the Hook. Gamblers Anonymous, episode 9. Free rolling, boys. How are we doing this morning, Mr. Notter and B. Mac?
What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday morning. As we were just discussing before we hopped on here live, we were, just mentioning that today is the first game ever in Germany. Boys, your excitement on this?
Fired up. I'm fired up. I mentioned before the London games have been sort of a letdown in terms of football play and entertainment. So I feel like Germany's going to bring the heat, and they couldn't have picked a better matchup, in my opinion, in regard to an AFC matchup going on over there here today with the Dolphins and Chiefs. So it'll be a great one for sure.
Notter, you're a little insight on that?
Yeah, listen, I'm excited. I like the overseas games. I think it brings a new dynamic to the NFL. Can't be disappointed with the matchup, right? Dolphins Chiefs is going to be a great game. It's a tough one to pick. Both teams with the high-powered offense. I mean, I kind of like Miami. We'll talk about it, but I think it's great. I think it's great for football, and the overseas games are fun. So it's going to be a good matchup. We were talking before. Brian said some of the games were kind of flops, but I think this one's going to be a good one. So.
Yeah, no, I expect a fantastic game today. I just want to give a big shout out to our guy Cassius Chaney. He had a fight down in South Beach yesterday in Miami. He knocked the dude out of the ring in the 7th round. They had to start him off on a stretcher. So Cassius Chaney improves his record to 23-1. So mad props to him. Great guy. Resides down here in New London, born in Baltimore. I'm living in New London, trading all over Philly. So shout out to Cassius Chaney, man. Hope to see you get an even bigger fight next time. With that being said, let's jump on to some of the numbers today. Percentages-wise, where are the degenerates going? Degenerate Gambler Nation. Okay, here we go. You know what? We're going to go on at 10. I did not put down I did not write down the the Kansas City Miami game. I believe 52% were on Kansas City this morning. Kansas City is a minus 1.5 point favorite. Obviously, that game is residing in Germany this morning, 9:30 a.m. 1 o'clock games, 52% say Minnesota at Atlanta. Atlanta minus 4. Seattle's taking on Baltimore at M&T Bank. Baltimore minus 6.5. Flip a coin on that one. 16% are in favor of Arizona at Cleveland, minus 12.5. The Rams are at Green Bay, minus 3.5, 60%. Oh, I'm sorry, flip a coin on that one as well. Tampa Bay at Houston, minus 3, 60% like the home team, the Texans. Washington at New England. Let's go, baby. Minus 2.5, 56% are actually on the Pats today. Shocker. Chicago at the Saints, minus 9.5, 62% like the Saints at home. Indy at Carolina, 66% will take the 2.5 at home, Carolina. New York at New York. Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders, minus 1.5. 58% are in favor of the Raiders. That's going to be a shit show, that game. Fuck, what are we on, third-string quarterbacks? All right, and let's move it on. Last game of the 4 o'clock slate here. Dallas at Philly, minus 3, 64%. Say fly, Eagle, fly. Tonight, 8 p.m., 8:15, 8:30, whatever it is, 29% are in favor of the Bills at the Bungles, minus 2.5 in favor of Cincinnati. And Monday night, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at the New York Jets. Jets, give me 3.5 at home. 75% are in agreement with the Jets there. So, boys, last week, Notter, by the way, the only guy available, the only one still surviving the Survivor, you decided to take Detroit. Winner, chicken dinner. However, Brian and I are still going to provide our thoughts, comments, and what we think as far as a Survivor is concerned, along with our locks of the week. Let's start with the lock, Notter. Who you liking today, buddy?
Lock of the week is going to be the Cleveland Browns. Everybody should take Cleveland. Whatever you're betting, bet Cleveland to win because they're going to beat Arizona today. The man, Watson, is back, I believe. He's back today, right?
Watson. Yes.
Yeah. Deshaun is back.
Deshaun is back in action.
Cardinals, Murray was supposed to start today. He got pushed back again. He was medically cleared, but he's not going to start. So I think, lock of the week, for me is going to be Cleveland. Pretty easy. The rest of these games are kind of tough. This is a kind of a weird Sunday. So, but the one that sticks out for me the most as the lock, if you had to pick one, go Cleveland all the way. Put all your money on it.
Brian, what are you thinking today, buddy?
I agree. I'm in agreement with Nader here. You're going to hammer the Browns. I think a guy by the name of Clayton Tune is going to be under center for Arizona. And first of all, with the first name Clayton, you're not winning anything, right? So there's no chance just based off of the name of who's going to be under center for the Arizona Cardinals today. So yeah, I mean, bring it home. The Browns defense honestly may score. My prediction, I'm not going to say may. Let's make a bold prediction. The Browns defense and special teams score more points than the Arizona offense today.
Ooh, I like that prediction.
I do too.
Love that prediction. So I'm obviously I agree with you guys. I do like Cleveland today. They didn't make my 5 alarm, but I'll tell you who did. My lock, my survivor. I'm taking the Pats this week if I'm in a survivor. This might be one of the only weeks you might even have an opportunity to take New England because you never know what you're going to get. Washington just lost Montez Sweat and Chase Young. They're gone. Going to give Max some time to throw the ball. Big fan of the Pats today. I'm taking the Pats -2.5 now. With that being said, I'm going to roll it right into the survivor. Survivor pick. Plain and simple. I just said it. Commanders lost a couple of players. I'm taking the Pats for my survivor pick of the week. Brian, who are you taking?
I'm taking Cleveland. Cleveland -12.5. Just for the reasons I mentioned before.
Nodder, yours pick is the only pick that matters. Nodder's
I know. I'm still in it. I thought for sure you guys would be in it a little bit longer than me, but listen, I'm going with. I'm running out of teams here, right? And like I said before, this week is a little weird for me. I'm not really feeling super confident in some of these games. The spreads are pretty close. So I'm 100% going Cleveland. Just got to make it to the next week, folks, if you're in the survivor pick. So Cleveland.
Cleveland, write it down, take a picture. All right, let's move it along. We got the 5 alarm fire today. Our 5 picks of the week. I'm going to start this one off today, boys, considering I am a dumpster fire. And if you are watching this, you might want to wait till I'm done to listen to the other 2. All right, who am I taking? I already told you, Pats -2.5. Let's go. There's this Tampa Bay is playing the Houston Texans today. Texans are favored -3. Is Mike Evans gone? Is Chris Godwin gone? Does Tampa Bay defense stink? No, they're all there. They're going to be on the field today. They're playing. Give me the Bucs +3. What is going on? I'm confused. Atlanta is at home today. They are hosting the Minnesota Vikings. 4 points. They're laying 4 points. I'm not sure. I'm very confident in the -4. I'm taking Atlanta money line -198. My next bet, I am going with Minshew Magic. I love the Colts today. Indiana is -2.5 at the worst team in football. Give me the Colts. And you know what? There's a game this morning. It's on at 9:30. Kansas City, Miami. Right now, that game is 51 points. 51 points, and everybody and their mother is taking the over in this game. Everybody and their mother is taking the over in this game. You know what's not going to happen? The over's not coming in. It's the under. I'm going under 51. Chris Jones is going to be into his face. And that Miami defense, that Fangio defense, he knows what to do against old Patty Mahomes. So let's see what happens today, boys. All right, Brian, what do you got?
We're kicking things off. First time I've taken the Pats all year. Pats are home. And for the reasons that I believe Ray brought up before, Sweat and Chase are gone. That D-line is going to be absolutely atrocious, which has caused Mac issues all year against solid, front seven. So I think the Pats win this game by double digits. I think it's a blowout to start. And then, I don't think Mac, another bold prediction, Mac gets pulled today, but not pulled for bad performance. I think that's how much the Pats will be up in the beginning of the fourth quarter. So I like Pats -2.5 today at home against the Commanders. Moving on, I got the Eagles -3. The Dallas Cowboys are the modern day Yankees in the sense of everyone gets all fired up over, regular season success, beating on some scrubs. And, when the lights come on and they have to play against good competition, obviously they fail, right? So Cowboys are frauds. They're always going to be frauds until they prove us wrong. Eagles are the hottest team, best team in football, in my opinion. A.J. Brown is on absolute fire. averaging over 125 yards receiving in the past 6 games. He's a part of my player prop parlay, which we'll go over. But I got Eagles -3 against the boys. Now I got Bears. First time I believe I've taken my Bears +9.5. I don't think the Saints are 2 scores better than the Bears, even with Tyson Bajant, whatever the hell his name is, under center. Love the arm sleeve. If you guys haven't seen his tattoo sleeve, the kid's got balls. Kid's got nuts. So I like my Bears +9.5 against the Saints. Now we're taking Minshew Magic as well. My 4th play is going to be the Colts -2.5 against arguably one of the worst teams in football, if not the worst team in football, the Panthers. Not a Bryce Young fan. Yeah, he did decent last week, but I just don't think the Panthers are good at all. I love the Colts by double digits today. And then finally, we got the Browns, obviously for a bunch of reasons I've mentioned before. Browns -12.5 against Clayton Tune. I mean, Vegas should make this spread -29. This is going to be a blowout. So those are my 5 picks for today.
Otter, what are we liking today?
Well. For my first pick, I'm going against both of you guys, and I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm going Washington +2.5, and the main reason is Sam Howell. The dude went off last week, threw for 397 yards, 4 touchdowns against the Eagles. Now I know that Washington got rid of 2 of their defensive studs. I get that, but I think Washington is good enough to put up plenty of points on the board. I think Howell's going to have another great game. I'm not saying that the Patriots aren't going to play well, because I think Mac Jones is going to have a great day today too, but I think that the Commanders push the ball a little bit better down the field, especially with Howell back there. So I'm going with the Commanders +2.5. My second game, Vikings-Falcons. I'm going Vikings today. The spread on FanDuel is +3.5. Vikings are on a 3-game winning streak. Drake London is out with a groin injury. Taylor Heineke is starting today for the Falcons. And let's be real, Minnesota's defense has been pretty good with Brian Flores as the new guy over there. They've been playing pretty well for them. So I'm liking the Vikings there. And their defense has only allowed 40 points in the last 3 games. So not bad. Vikings defense is playing pretty well. My third pick, Ravens Seahawks. I'm going Ravens -5.5. Baltimore is home, and they're 5-3 against the spread at home. Lamar Jackson has been fantastic at home. He's got like a 75% completion percentage. QB ratings 109.8 at home, and they're also in the top 10 defensively and top 10 offensively in those categories. So the Ravens are playing very well. They're very, very. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL right now. So I'm going the Ravens. My 4th pick, for the first time in Gamblers Anonymous history, I am taking my New York Giants today against the Raiders. Money line, because I don't like the spread. I don't like the over-under. Danny Dimes is back. I don't know if that's going to be good or it's going to be bad, but we haven't seen a lot of Aiden O'Connell, right? Aiden O'Connell is starting today for the Raiders. They've had quite the adjustment the Raiders have over the past weekend. You know, head coach is gone, GM is gone, and they're cleaning house. So I think that the Giants are going to win. They gave up a ton of yards to what's his name, Jahmyr Gibbs last week. 189 rushing yards he had with a touch. I think Saquon has probably the best game of the season today, and I think he's going to score at least 1 touchdown today. So I like my New York Giants for the first time all year. For my 5th pick, Bengals, Bills. I'm going Bengals. Bills have been way too inconsistent this year. You never know what team is going to show up when they take the field. Josh Allen has been pretty inconsistent. But I think that Diggs and my boy Chase, they're both going to have big days today. But overall, I like the Bengals. They're kind of getting into a flow. And again, Bills, you just have no idea what team is going to show up when they take the field. So I'm taking the Bengals -1.5. And I don't know if, money line for the Giants. So Bengals 1.5. Yeah, Bengals. Bengals over the Bills. Going a little. I'm taking some underdogs today, but I feel good about it.
And hey, shout out to Lavish over on YouTube. He said all underdogs today, $15 for 17 grand. Let's go.
That's my boy. That's my boy Chase right there. Chase, he sent me a crazy parlay that he put together, and I sent him the link for the show. Awesome. And he literally took every single underdog. He put $15 on it. I love it. I love the confidence there. That's great.
So we're going to get into our prop parlays right now. Before we do, did he send you anything else besides the all the underdogs? Did he send you another pick?
Nope, that was it. I think awesome. I think he just sent. Yeah, he just did all underdogs. $15 for 17 grand. So now, if he hits, he's coming on the show next week.
Absolutely, he might have to come on every week at that point.
Yeah.
He'll be up way more than I will. He might have to take the show over. So, listen, before we jump into the prop bets, you mentioned one name, and one name that excited me, and I didn't mention it. And you said the name Taylor Heineke. Let me tell you something. The reason I love the Falcons today in the money line is because I think that Taylor Heineke is finally getting an opportunity to get on the field. No Drake London today in Atlanta, but I think you're going to see Kyle Pitts have a very good game today. And remember that guy that TB12 used to throw the ball to in Tampa? Little Scotty Miller. Watch out for that guy today. The OU on Scotty Miller for receiving yards is only 10.5 yards. Only 10.5 yards. If I had to pick a lock today, and I've had to place any wager on any single bet, the absolute lock of the day today is Scotty Miller over 10.5 yards. Write that down. I was searching for it on DraftKings this morning. DraftKings did not provide me what I wanted. I opened up a FanDuel account. So, come on, DraftKings, let's get it together. All right, let's get into my player props. We're going to save the best for last. That's Brian and Nodder. Although, today we're going to try to start off like we did in that Baltimore-London game where I gave you 5 picks, and it was winner, chicken dinner time. The meat wasn't overcooked. So, today, Kansas City, Miami, what do we like? I'm going Patrick Mahomes under 26.5 completions. Travis Kelce is going to go over 77.5 yards today. Tyreek Hill is going to shove it right where the sun doesn't shine, going against his former team. He's in the end zone today, folks. I heard Taylor Swift might be at the game, so I got to give some more props because Travis Kelce is going to spike it hard. He's going to hit it hard.
Yeah.
Last but not least, and he will not discuss his relationship status in public, by the way. My last pick for that game this morning is Isaiah Pacheco. He was a little bit of a dud last week. I believe today he's going to go over 55.5 yards. I think Patty will have a heck of a time today against that Fangio D in Miami. If you hit all 5 of those, you throw down a $10 bet, you win $190. That's a plus 1900 overall. Gentlemen, what do you like?
So I'm going with Jonathan Taylor over 64.5 rushing yards. I think the number's too low. His first game back, he had 75, and then last week he had 95. Hasn't even reached his average carry amount, so he's just catching fire. I expect over 100-yard performance from him today. So I'm taking the over 64.5 with JT and Minshew Magic with the Colts. 2, Mostert over 51.5 rushing yards. The Chiefs' run defense take away Chris Jones, and they haven't been performing that well at all. So let's run the other side of Chris Jones, and we should have a huge. And what I really like about this Dolphins offense is you hammer a player prop parlay on Mostert, he could have 4 rushing yards heading into the fourth quarter, and all it takes is for him to break a long one. That's what I love about this Dolphins offense and taking player props on that offense side of the ball. So all it takes is one run, and that's over. Boom. Number 3, Rashee Rice, rookie number 1 receiver for the Chiefs. So they've really gone from your Tyreek Hill days, right? Now they have Kelce at tight end, but their number 1 receiver is a rookie. Well, a lot of people forget about that. Rashee Rice, 45.5 receiving yards for him. I'm taking the over there. My 4th player is going to be Stephon Diggs, over 87.5 receiving yards. I just don't think that Bengals offense has been catching fire. I don't see that defense stopping Buffalo. So I like Stephon Diggs over 87.5 yards. And then 5th and foremost, you can almost lock this in the bank every single week. A.J. Brown, how Vegas hasn't put his over-under up in the 90s or 100 is beyond me, because he averages 126 a game the past 6 games. So the fact that it's even in the 80s and low 80s is mind-boggling to me. 83.5 receiving yards. He's going to stomp all over that star. A.J. Brown, 83.5 over. $20 wins 411 there for that 5 prop player parlay.
Plus 1959 overall there.
That's it, baby.
I like it. Let's go. Nodder, bring it. Burn down the house, baby.
All right, let's go, boys. Mark Andrews. Going to be anytime touchdown scorer plus 170. I got Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown plus 105. I think he's going to have a day today. I'm feeling really confident against that Raiders run defense. CeeDee Lamb has been having a great couple of weeks. I like an anytime touchdown for him at plus 130. Jamar Chase, I have him over 84.5 receiving yards. That's minus 113. And then I bet on a guy that I haven't bet on all year long. And, you know, I love this guy. He's a phenomenal quarterback. I just feel like he's just not on the right team. Justin Herbert, I think, is going to have a day, and I have him over 248.5 passing yards at minus 114. So the odds there are plus 4,404. So if you throw $15 on that, you're going to win $675. Love it.
I like them all, Nodder. I love your anytime touchdowns. You fit a couple of these parlays.
I have. I've been fortunate. Been fortunate in the anytime or the prop bets this year so far. So, you know, we'll see. Last week, I think I only hit 1 out of my 5. So last week wasn't a good week for me. What are you going to do, you know?
Listen, you hit 52%, and you're a winner, right? Is that the number? 53%, Brian?
Yeah, something
That's
like
it.
that. Yeah.
That's it. Hey, guys, any departing words? It's almost 9:30. We almost got a game coming on here quick. We got 3 minutes till kickoff.
Let's have a hell of a day. We got pretty much 12, 13, 14 hours of football today. So let's get it.
Let's get
Everybody enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the game in Germany. It should be a good one. If you're not watching it, you're crazy. And yeah, hopefully everybody has a good day and puts a little money in their pocket.
That's it.
Hey, let's go. Let's build up that account so we can keep that free roll going, baby. Enjoy your Sunday. And if you or anybody you know has a gambling problem, please dial 1-800